Hey friends, and welcome to Daily Walk. So today, I wanted to talk to you about a scripture. This comes from James 1, the first chapter, verse 19. It says, "Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath." And I want to talk about practical application for this. So many times in our lives, when someone says something or does something that upsets us, or even when someone's just explaining maybe their day to us, we tend to interrupt them. We tend not to listen to everything they've got to say. We want to interject our own wisdom, our own brand of justice, or whatever into that situation. And I want to go back to the scripture just for a moment, and let's dissect this a little bit. Uh, it's talking to the beloved brethren. So this is a scripture that is designated for the believer in Jesus Christ. And it says, "Let every man be swift to hear." So what do you take from that? Well, you want to be ready to hear people when they speak. That means giving them your full attention. That doesn't mean holding your cell phone in your hand and kind of sort of listening, or when you're on the phone with them, you're doing something else at the same time and you're kind of giving them the, yeah, okay, whatever. You're not really listening to them. So you want to be swift to hear. And it says next, we want to be slow to speak. It doesn't say don't speak. It says be slow to speak. And I'll tell you, in a practical way, what I'm trying to do is listen to everything the person has to say before I interject. Now, I will admit, I get this wrong a lot of times, especially with my wife. She's always telling me, "You're just not listening to me." And I have these bad habits of already starting to formulate my questions about what she's saying, or I want to interject something in, and truly I'm not listening the way I should. So it's not that we can't speak, but we should be slow to speak. In other words, let them say everything they're going to say before you interject anything, and really truly listen to what they're saying. And then the last part of that being slow to wrath. So I'll go back to talking about my wife for just a second. So when she's sharing something with me that's an injustice in her life, someone's done her dirty, they've treated her unfairly. As a husband, I take on the role as protector a lot of times, and I just want justice. And I want to tell her how to fix it. And if she can't fix it, I want to fix it for her. I have been so angry before over things other people did to her that I have sat and thought about how I could get even with these people on her behalf, okay? And that's not what she wants at all. She just wants me to listen. So you need to be slow to wrath. Someone says something upsetting to you directly, be slow to wrath. How many times have you heard of road rage, right? Someone cuts you off in traffic and immediately you go bonkers over it. Or maybe someone does something to you in a public forum that is just, they're putting you down. It's not a loving kind of thing, and you take on the role of someone who is full of wrath and wants to retaliate. Well, a lot of times the better option in these situations is to let it go, let it roll off your back, rather like water off of a duck's back. And when we allow people to get us upset over the things they do and say to us, we give them so much power over us and so much control over our lives, because we get consumed with either getting even or proving them wrong, that we just can't let it go. And I'm telling you, let it go. Let God be your defender. Let your life speak for itself. If they're telling untruths about you, you don't have to prove them wrong. The way you live your life, it'll be evident to the people around you that this person has treated you unjustly and unfairly. I hope you get some benefit from this, and God bless you. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.